Hi, and welcome to this week's FridAI with me, Billy McLaughlin. There has been tons going on in the big bad world of AI this week. Obviously, not everything is applicable to our space. I'll try and make it as relevant to accountancy as possible. Starting off in kind of the wider world of AI is Google have already had to revoke their image creation function on Gemini. So I mentioned this last week about how fantastic the feature was, but unfortunately it is coming up against some difficulty when creating anything to do with historical figures and also has an issue with diversity. So they've halted that for now, but they have created a little sister called Google Gemma. So for those of you that want to check that out, that is a better product maybe for some smaller scale tasks that you might be doing. Now, OpenAI, obviously a huge rival to Google in this space. I've seen some really great use cases for ChatGPT this week, and I thought rather than trying to shoehorn in some huge AI announcement into our space, I thought I would tell you some really great use cases that I've seen. So as you know, on ChatGPT, you have the option to use plugins or create your own GPTs. And since they opened the store for GPTs, some people have created some fantastic ones. So just to name a few, I've seen some this week that can match numbers on spreadsheets. So when you've got huge data sets of payments and you've got all these invoices, you don't know which invoices are related to the payments, you can use this GPT that someone has created. There's also one for checklists, which is really great. And I've also seen a good use case with the text functionality. So there is the ability to kind of use voice into text on the app. And I've seen someone use this and ask GPT to replicate an audience or potentially a client. And then they've done their presentation or the meeting that they would have done with their client. They've done this to ChatGPT and then asked it for feedback. And I just think it is so clever. And then also screenshots. So I've seen people using screenshots of, say, bookkeeping systems. So they've thrown in a screenshot of Free Agent, Xero, QuickBooks, Sage, whatever it may be, and asked how to do something on there. So how to do a specific task. And what's amazing is OpenAI have not created this product for that bookkeeping system, yet it knows what to do. So yeah, as I said, I've seen some really great use cases this week for things like that, which I think are worth checking out. And I've also heard of a few accountants using GPT Team. So if you've got GPT Plus, which I have, which gives you the access to GPT-4, there is now one called GPT Team, which is for businesses. And this allows you to kind of create your own chatbots within your organization. And although it's a little bit more expensive, you do get that enterprise security, which I think as practitioners, we like to have that added sense of stability, don't we? And everything we've seen in the press and everything recently, it would be a good idea to check that out. I'm going to end the session on a really scary piece of news, actually, which is very 80s horror movie, Frankenstein-esque, with Elon Musk putting a Neuro link, which is a little microchip, into some guy's head. Who the dude is that volunteered, I have no idea. But he's put a chip into some dude's head who can now control a computer mouse with his brain. I mean, I'm speechless. And it just shows that when you read a lot of work that Elon Musk is doing, it kind of explains that he believes in the future, if we try and work side by side with AI, we're actually going to get overtaken. So we need to embed this into ourselves. So we have the internet on our handheld devices, our fingertips. He believes we should have all that knowledge in our brain. So here we go with the microchips. A thought for the weekend. And next week I've got some super exciting news to tell you all. So tune in next week for some more FridAI news, and I will see you then. Have a great weekend.